What's good, YouTube? It's Nas. I'm back with another video. Road to 300 subscribers, of course. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a playoff series on Sunday, which is Warriors versus Rockets. And it seems like the Rockets can't get away from the Warriors because we all remember their battles when James Harden was on the team. And now they got to play Steph Curry again. But this time, they obviously don't have James Harden, obviously. And they have a really young team in Jalen Green, Alfred Sengun, Amen Thompson, and the list goes on. And obviously, the Warriors have Jimmy Butler, Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, their big three. So I just really this feels like youth versus age. I feel like, but the Warriors played a young team in the Kings a couple years ago. I don't know if y'all remember, in 2023, and now they're playing the Rockets, which both have completely different game styles. The Kings a couple years ago were an offensive team. This Rockets team is hard-nosed on defense. Their pride is defense. So I feel like they could probably give Steph Curry a lot of trouble. And one person I feel like could give him a lot of trouble is Amen Thompson. And Amen Thompson has had a great third season. Like, not third or second, sophomore season, my bad. He's had a great sophomore season, and he's been one of the best defensive players on the Rockets and one of the best players on the Rockets. Like, he showed why he could be the best player on this team in a couple years, or maybe as soon as next year. And we all know that his assignment is going to be Stephen Curry. There's no doubt about it. And this year he started starting over Jabari Smith Jr., which that bumped Jabari Smith Jr. back to on the bench, a former number 3 overall pick, to the bench. So that just gives them more depth. The Rockets have a lot of depth to beat this Warriors team. I just don't know if they could. Don't get me wrong, the Rockets have been the surprise of the season. I had them making the playoffs personally, but I didn't expect them to be the second seed, obviously. But Udoka is a great coach, and we knew that from when he was coaching in Boston. But he's really turned around this Houston Rockets team in these last 2 seasons. He showed why he is a really good coach, because as soon as he got there, they got extremely better. And this season, they made a huge jump, just showing his coaching prowess. But obviously, that falls on the back of Alfred Sengun, their all-star, and Jalen Green being their streaky player. But getting into the Warriors, you could just never count them out. Like, no matter how much you hate watch, no matter how much you don't like them, they're going to be there, and they're going to be a championship contender. And obviously, they are the 7th seed trying to upset the 2nd seed at the same time. But really, seeding doesn't matter in this Western Conference. This Western Conference is so stacked, any team could win, I feel like. This series could get interesting too. Like, obviously, the defense on the other side and then the offensive firepower on the other side. I just don't think Houston has enough offense to beat Golden State. But at the same time, Houston can lock down Golden State. But obviously, the addition of Jimmy Butler helps that tremendously. And ever since the last 2 games, we're getting closer to playoff time, and playoff Jimmy keeps appearing. Like, I keep calling him fake, but Jimmy keeps proving me wrong every single game. So if he continues to prove people that don't believe in playoff Jimmy wrong, what do you think he's going to do to the Houston Rockets or throughout this playoff run? Because Jimmy has been known as a playoff riser, and if Jimmy continues to rise in the playoffs, that gives Stephen Curry help, which Curry hasn't had in seasons, literally since Klay Thompson got injured. So with the addition of Jimmy Butler, that makes the Warriors want to go on a huge playoff run this season, and obviously that's their goal. But they're going to need Pods to step up, because Pods is obviously their starting shooting guard, and he's been stepping up recently. He had a bad game a couple nights ago, but if he could be that next scoring option for this Warriors team, that could look great, because obviously we know Draymond is not a scorer. He's their best defensive player, and Draymond Green is going to try to limit Alfred Sengun. We all know that's Draymond's matchup, so Draymond's going to do whatever it takes to take Alfred Sengun out the game. It's all if Alfred Sengun can withstand that and throw back bang with Draymond Green. I feel like obviously these teams are great defensive teams, but I just feel like this goes down to star power at the end of the day. And saying that, I would say that my first predictions before this game would be, I have Warriors in 6, But this could go 7 either way. Like, I'm not saying I don't believe in the Rockets, but I just feel like they don't have that star to will them to win this game. Because when it gets down to the clutch, we all know it's going to Stephen Curry. Can Jalen Green handle that at the same time? Like, I don't know. He has ended some games in the clutch, or has closed some games out for the Rockets, but this is playoff basketball. We all know this is a whole different atmosphere than the regular season. So what can he do in the playoffs to show that he could be a playoff riser? This is obviously his first playoff appearance. We don't know what's going to happen. This is obviously the Rockets as a whole first playoff experience, except for obviously they have veterans, so you can't really count them out. They have Jeff Green, who is back on the Rockets old. They have Steven Adams, who's been in a couple conference finals with the Thunder and has been on a couple good playoff teams. They have Dylan Brooks, who was on that 2022 Memphis Grizzlies team when they had to battle the Warriors. You have Fred VanVleet, who beat the Warriors in a championship run. So they obviously have some type of experience there. They're just going to have to bank on these players to teach these young guys that they go game by game, I would say. Like, my heart wants me to go with the Rockets because I don't know why. I just don't want to see the Warriors win again. It's just something inside me. Call me a hater, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. Like, the Rockets have Aaron Holiday, a great defender. Tari Eason. Him and Amen Thompson became a dynamic duo on the defensive end this season, and he's coming off the bench. They have a couple people coming off the bench that could be starters. They have Jabari Smith Jr. Obviously, he was a starter before his injury. Came back. He's on the bench now because Amen Thompson ended up being better. You got Cam Whitmore. I don't know if he's still getting minutes or not, but Cam Whitmore is a pure scorer. If you want offense, you put Cam Whitmore in the game, and he's not going to pass the ball. Let's just keep it a buck. He does not pass the ball. And obviously, you got Jalen Green, and this series is going to be, I feel like this series, I keep saying it, this series is going to come down to how consistent can Jalen Green be against this Warriors defense. Like, because you need a guard to close you out. And I don't feel like in 2025, Fred VanVleet is going to be the one to close out the games for the Rockets. It has to be Jalen Green. The way Jalen Green is explosive, his thump, his jumper, his handle, he has to be that guy to take over in the clutch or when the Rockets need it the most if they want to beat this Warriors team. Because obviously, I keep saying, they have the man wearing 30 on the other team, and that nigga he's going to close out the game for the Warriors. If he smells blood in the air, he's going to close. We've seen it year by year, season by season. I don't know how many times we had to see it, but you need somebody to match that offensive firepower. You need the will. You need the will to withstand that. And obviously, having Jimmy Butler there is another element for the Warriors. If Stephen Curry doesn't have it on in the clutch, you give it to Jimmy, and Jimmy's going to go to work because obviously it's playoff time. So this series it excites me. This could end up being the best series. I keep saying this about almost all the West series because they're just so damn interesting. They could go either way because obviously the Rockets defensive capabilities and the Warriors obviously being the Warriors, you just never know. But let me know how y'all feel about this playoff series down below. Who y'all got? I told you I got the Warriors in 6, but let me know down below. Subscribe. I hope you enjoyed. What's good, y'all? If y'all like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. Posting daily, almost every day or every day. And there's a video on the left or in the video on the right. If you haven't watched that one already, click it. It might be good.